Hey, Mark from Sound Matters here with another vinyl video, and today we're going to cover the topic that is the Ortofon 2M Red versus the 2M Blue. This is a very simple and popular upgrade that anyone can do to their turntable if they own an Ortofon 2M Red to start with. So without further ado, let's get straight into the topic. We'll cover what the difference is and how it may affect the sound quality and performance of your vinyl playback. Okay, so before we get started, what is the 2M Red and the 2M Blue? So they're part of the 2M, as you can see here, they're part of the 2M series from Ortofon, which is a whole kind of scalable range of cartridges that they make, right? But one of the fantastic things about this series is that kind of interchangeability in terms of styli with certain cartridges. So across the range, it enables kind of upgrading to be really easy. As you can see here, it lists that the 2M Red, 2M Blue and 2M Silver are all interchangeable with each other. The styli will fit on either of those bodies. You can exchange them and they will work. The 2M Bronze and the 2M Black and also the 2M Black LVB are also interchangeable, and finally the 2M Mono and the 2M78 are interchangeable, which of course we've done a feature on the YouTube channel here and also over at the website before, so check that out if you haven't, in terms of the benefit of a true mono cartridge when playing mono records. But you know, what is the difference? This is about the 2M Blue and the 2M Red, so what is the difference between those two? What's the benefit of upgrading? Let's get straight into that now. Okay, so in terms of the difference between a 2M Red and a 2M Blue, the cartridge body is actually exactly the same. The difference is entirely in the stylus design and how they're constructed. So over at the website here, we have a really handy diagram that we put together just to demonstrate the exact difference between the 2M Red stylus and the 2M Blue stylus. So a 2M Red is a tipped elliptical stylus. So there is a elliptical diamond that's attached to a metal shank, which is then attached to the cantilever. Whereas with a 2M Blue, it is a nude diamond, so that's one piece of diamond, no metal shank involved, and then that's just attached to the cantilever here. The benefit is that there's less inertia, so essentially it makes tracking it can move faster, more easily, more agile kind of performance, which can result in a much more exciting, more gripping kind of performance in terms of particularly those high frequencies, those fast high frequency transients. You're going to get a much better tracking of the groove there, much more accurate, much more agile, much more exciting. So it's said to improve those areas. But you know, let's get straight into how you would make the change, how you install the new stylus, and then talk a little bit about the difference in sound between the two, the 2M Red and the 2M Blue. So if you're already the owner of a 2M Red cartridge, then upgrading to the 2M Blue couldn't be more simple. With the stylus guard in place, simply remove your old 2M Red stylus by pulling gently, and then take your new 2M Blue stylus with the stylus guard in place, of course, and simply slot it in. They slot in really easily and you'll kind of feel it gently click into place when it's nice and secure. Then remove the stylus guard and you're ready to go. So into the listening test then, how do the two styli compare? Well, the 2M Red, first and foremost, is a stylus that's pretty well known to me. I mean, it comes pre-fitted on many turntables and has kind of become a go-to in terms of, you know, the vinyl revival and people getting back into buying turntables and enjoying records again. You really can't go wrong. It's a good all-rounder and it suits a wide range of musical styles. It's also highly compatible with most modern moving magnetic phono preamps, and the sound is balanced essentially with a touch of warmth. The overall dynamics and resolution are pretty good at this price point. So I fully expect that a jump to the 2M Blue will deliver a slightly more engaging experience, but then again, you know, the Red sets a pretty strong precedent at this price. When I did switch over to the 2M Blue, there was a very subtle but noticeable uplift in the dynamics and overall frequency pickup. Most noticeable, of course, is the high frequency response, particularly on the cymbals and hi-hat. The Blue stylus adds more sizzle and sparkle and excitement to the performance of the playback of the record. So as a result, the listening experience is more engaging, but also less forgiving. But this is generally true as you move up the hi-fi equipment scale, as more detail can often reveal more clearly a lousy pressing or poor mastering quality pretty quickly. Overall, I would just say everything sounds a little bit more lively, a bit more live, a bit more energetic, and I think that's something that's worth paying for, you know, particularly on headphones. When you put a good set of headphones on, you can really get a sense that everything's a little bit more alive, a little bit more dynamic, a bit more exciting. So it's a subtle but significant upgrade that you can make without having to, if you already own a 2M Red anyway, you don't even have to reinstall a new cartridge. So you can improve the output of that cartridge just by changing the styli. So it's a really easy upgrade that anyone with a 2M Red in possession of a 2M Red already can perform. So I find that really interesting. Just changing from a metal shank diamond tip to a nude diamond can have such a significant impact on the overall output of your system. So I think, particularly when you're dealing with a physical medium like vinyl, just how well you track that record in the first place makes such a huge difference to the overall output of the system. Anything that happens in your hi-fi setup after this point is subjected to how well you manage to track the original sound source in the first place. So it really is so important and so powerful. So this is a really quick win that people can make at the sound source, at that pickup point, at the stylus, to improve the setup without having to spend a whole ton of money and having to install brand new cartridge or do anything in terms of the complicated stuff like that, if you already own the 2M Red, of course. So if you're looking for an easy win in terms of upgrading your system, then I would recommend upgrading to the 2M Blue. If anybody would like to hear some before and after samples of the record that I'm spinning on the screen here in terms of the red and the blue and the difference it makes, then you can go over to the website yoursoundmatters.com. I'll put a link in the description so that you can hear for yourself. So thanks very much for watching. That concludes today's topic. We hope that's an easy to understand explanation of the two differences between these different styli and how it might actually improve the performance of your turntable and how simple it is to perform this upgrade. So if you use the Ortofon 2M Red or the 2M Blue and you've done this upgrade yourself, let us know how you got on. What did you think? Did you hear the difference? Can you tell the difference between the two? Let us know in the comments below. Please like and subscribe to this channel. If you like the t-shirt that I'm wearing, please head over to yoursoundmatters.com, where you can take a look at our online store where we've got tons of vinyl related merch designs that you can browse through, including this one right here. So thanks ever so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Cheers and keep spinning.